In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to do a simple drawing exercise that will help to train your brain and improve your drawing abilities. Can you read this? How many years have you been reading now? Hello and welcome back to Art Bites. My name is Mr. Heaton. We all know that reading text that is upside down can be really difficult, right? That's because we read using the left side of our brains. The left side of our brain likes symbols. Our brains have learnt what these symbols that we call letters look like, and has also learnt to identify what they mean. When we turn things upside down, the brain can't recognise the symbols as easily, and it struggles to identify and understand them. Whereas if I turn this the right way up, it's much easier to read, because our left brain can then recognise the symbols. When we're drawing, our left brain likes to get involved and try to simplify the process. For example, when you draw eyes, the left brain will look at the eyes and say, what is the basic shape I can use for eyes? And it ignores all of the other details. And before you long, you've got a drawing of a dot inside a circle, inside of an oval. Now we can recognise that that's an eye, but that's not what eyes look like. Not really. Eyes are much more complex than that. When the right brain is allowed to do its job, it will draw that eye with all of its complexity and its uniqueness, paying attention to every detail of that shape, from the shape of the tear duct to the reflections on the eyelid. An easy way to experience that is to give the brain a task that the left brain will refuse, because then the right brain has a chance to work uninterrupted. We actually experienced this at the start of the video when I showed you the upside down text. The task that I'm about to give you will prove that by switching off this logical side of the brain for a small amount of time, anyone is able to draw. Not just draw, but actually draw incredibly well. For this task, you'll need something to draw on and something to draw with. A pencil and paper will do just fine. You're also going to need a copy of this image. I've attached a link to it in the description on this video. Don't worry, you don't need to print it. You could draw it from your screen if you'd prefer. What you're going to do, just like the upside down text at the beginning of this video, you're going to draw this image upside down. Try to complete it all in one go, and it's really important that you don't cheat, even though you'll be really tempted to turn it the right way around and start drawing it the right way up, and you won't get there any faster if you do that, and if you cheat, you probably also won't learn quite as much from this process. You can start from anywhere you like. I started from the bottom of the leg, but you could choose to start from the head or from an elbow or from a chair leg. It's up to you. I should say it's best not to try and draw the entire outline, the entire outside edge first, because if you make a small mistake early on, it might not all fit in later. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to copy the lines as you see them, not thinking about what each part of the drawing is supposed to be, so not thinking about the fact that this is supposed to be the hand or the nose or the elbow. Instead, just thinking about the shapes of the lines and the directions. So, oh, this line bends this way, or this line comes really close to that other one, or this line is the same direction as that one. Eventually, it might even start to feel like a big jigsaw puzzle. Students often ask me if they can listen to music when they're drawing, and the answer here is yes, you can definitely listen to music during this drawing. I sometimes like to put on things like a stand-up comedy show or an audiobook, or something that I don't need to look at. That way I can pay more attention when I'm drawing. However, with this drawing, you might find that after a while you don't really notice the music in the background whilst you're drawing. Okay, so my camera's battery ran out of power here, so I didn't quite get to finish this drawing. However, when you're done, you can finally turn both pictures the right way up. And I can almost guarantee that you will be really pleased with your drawing, particularly if you consider yourself to be someone who isn't very good at drawing. Now, it's also a great moment here to pause and try to describe what it felt like when you were using the right side of your brain. You could even write how it felt in the comments on this video. Now, obviously we can't go around in life just turning everything upside down to make it easier to draw, but by forcing the logical left brain to reject the task, your visual brain will have done an excellent job interpreting and recording all of that visual information without any interruptions. What you'll hopefully have learnt here is one of the key skills that any artist will have, which is the ability to direct your attention towards what you see and trying to ignore the left brain's attempts to name or simplify what you're drawing. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're interested in learning more about drawing or more about art in general, make sure you click the subscribe button. And as always, thank you for listening.